So yes, I would defend that if you are a dictator, but you're not a dictator and you don't run a dictatorship. Guys, this is one wild story, man. So this is South Korea's President Yoon Suk Yeol. President Yoon Suk Yeol. So President Yoon. Um, for me, this is called GID. What this president did is the meaning of GID. So for people who don't really understand what GID means get it done. Means by any means necessary. Like just the end, no, the means justify the end. No, I'm sorry. I'm stupid. The end justifies the means. As long as you reach the goal, it doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you achieve what the goal is. So, what did this guy do? Or what did the South Korean president do? All right, let's break it down. Oh, hold up. Let me. There we go. Let's break it down. So oh no, sorry, no. So this is what happened. The presidency accused the opposing party of being North Korean spies. Again, so remember, beef between North Korea and South Korea. Now, this is where it gets crazy. So it's one thing of accusing your opposing party of being North Korean spies. Now, if you do that, you actually have to prove it and say, okay, I believe you're spies because of X, Y, and Z. But he went from there to going onto TV to mandate martial law. Guys, martial law is you bring in the military. And the military now begins to now say what's up. Because as a president, you are commander-in-chief and you are literally the head of the military. So whatever you say, the military does. Hence why one of the way you have a coup and why coups are such interesting things is because it's the military. So it is the military pretty much going against what the president is ruling to pretty much overthrow the government. Something that happened to my country, Nigeria, back in the early 90s when your boy Abacha did what he did. So the parliament, they calls a vote and the military is summoned by the president, but political aides block them at the door. So he was trying to use the military to block the parliament's voting for stopping martial law. But then they voted unanimously 190, basically all 190 all voted to stop martial law. So he got lubricated once he went into parliament. So he had to accept it. And then his response was, he apologized. Look, so this way you've got to stand on business. You can't apologize for imposing martial law and say, oh, it was a mistake. He said he acted out of desperation. You accused people of being spies. So therefore, you have to prove they're spies. Martial law, do you know what martial law is? You know when they say break glass in case of emergency? That's martial law. Where this is the last resort. So what happens is, if there's massive unrest, massive rioting, people are going crazy, that's when you bring in martial law. Because you're like, okay, the country is edging towards anarchy. We have to protect shops, protect business, protect people because things are now going crazy. So we're bringing in the military because once now bring a show force with guns, that's what now suppress it. It's for desperate times. No, when you say you acted out of desperation, no, that is selfish desperation. That isn't national desperation. That is selfish desperation because you felt that, okay, you were under pressure from this opposing party. So you brought in what? You brought in the military? Because you believe, no proof. If your country is going into anarchy, it's obvious. Where things have been broken, so you have to bring in the military to sort things out. Like, remember when I was in London years ago, and they were all rioting, it was close to being martial law. Obviously, the police got everything in hand. But if the police couldn't get things in hand, that's when you bring in martial law because things were going crazy. You don't bring in martial law in because you believe guys are spies. So it says you did not resign and everything. He has basically, he's screwed. There is no way in hell this guy's keeping his job. It's impossible because this is an abuse of power. Now, I did start by saying this. If I was in his shoes and I knew that the opposing party was going to do this to me, I might have done the same thing. Now, this is what you need to understand. You need to understand that if this doesn't work out, you know that you are screwed. You know that you're screwed. But here's the thing though. So you bring in the army. So let's say that that army actually stopped the people voting. How are you going to remain in charge? Because remember, South Korea ain't Saddam Hussein era Iraq. This ain't Uganda. This is not a country that has an authoritarian or a dictatorship. So that's not how they roll. So the moment you brought martial law and you brought the military based off of your belief that the opposition parties are not Korean spies, you've lost the confidence of your country. And if the people demand it and the people speak, the people's voice will always be loudest. So for Yoon, it is impossible for him to continue. As I said again, I think it was a good move. I get the move. I fully understand it. But as much as I understand it and as I get it, bro, come on, bro. Like you can't continue. You can't continue. I mean, you're bringing in the military. I mean, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like that. It was a good move. It was a good move, but he didn't think about it long term. Like if you call us, you have to check this out. This opposing party, they're trying to say what's up to me and they're trying to get me out of power. What should I do? And I believe that these guys, no, how can I deal with this with the opposing party? I'll say, look, I'll keep it a stack. If you were a dictator, you bring in that army and you do what you have to do. But you're not a dictator. In a dictatorship, this is South Korea. This is not Hussein era Iraq. You have to deal with this through normal political means. So I think for Yoon, I think he forgot the country he was in. Because for Yoon, I said, if you were in Hussein era Iraq, bro, do what you want. Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably I'm like, no, get the military and sort out these guys. So yes, I would defend that if you are a dictator, but you're not a dictator and you don't run a dictatorship. South Korea, that's not an authoritarian society. So hence why the people are like, bro, mates. Because if you were a dictator, oh my gosh, if you were a dictator and ran a dictatorship, you wouldn't even have to make a statement saying that I don't have to resign. You're a dictator. The whole point of a dictator is I can do whatever I want and I never have to explain myself. Because if anybody have issues, we know how to deal with them. That's the point of being a dictator. But because you don't live in a dictatorship, this is also of a dictatorship, you do owe these people an explanation. You do have to apologize. When did a dictator ever apologize for doing anything? Oh, I'm sorry that I did this, my dear lovely subjects, even though I'm a freaking dictator and I do whatever the heck I want and there are no rules with what I do and I'm literally in power for decades. So for you, I get it. I understand why you did, because it was desperation, it was good. But South Korea in the country to do this. So look, his days are numbered, bro. Guy's going to be resigning very, very soon. You have to, bro.